Hello everybody, welcome back to the Moneyball Series. Now, it's not been a great last couple of games, and I'm a lot calmer now than I was about, 2 minutes ago. It's been a bit frustrating. I already know what the stats are going to show me because there are a couple of players who I'm already blaming, and I'm sure the stats are going to back it up. I've not looked yet deliberately because I wanted you to sit with me in real time, but I'm absolutely sure the stats can back me up on this. The first one is James Bree, our new right wing back. Since he's gone into the team, he won the first game, but I think he's actually dropped off. He's not doing anything, and we have been getting pummeled with him at right wing back. And the other one is Nishan Burkhardt is useless. So those are the two things. Let's have a look and see how it's gone. I'm having a current problem with finding out the best back three, because when we've had Callum Britton in there, he's been getting dragged a bit all over the place. He's not really a centre back, and he's not learnt to play there yet. The other problem is when these two play together, they must both be a little bit slow, because we get caught in behind a lot, and it seems to cause us one or two issues. So we haven't really got a good back three. We've got two members of a good back three, which tells us one thing: we need to get a centre back in the January transfer, which is fine. That's what this is sort of saved us for, right? We've identified things, and we can see it statistically here. Like the goals per conceded, total goals conceded per 90 minutes is high for everybody except for Liam Kitching, who's actually quite good. But him and Michael Hellick here are just no good together. You can see here the highest by a mile goals conceded per 90 minutes. James Bree, 1.68. That is a massive amount. And do you know what's interesting? I didn't even notice this, but it shows Nishan Burkhardt, when he's on the pitch, 2.81 goals against, 0.94 goals for. So that's quite interesting there. Yeah, I'm not going to look at every single position, review every single thing, because some players have just stayed in the team and we're not really looking at changing them. But the centre-back one is a huge problem. Right wing-back, it's not even close, I don't think. Let's have a look at the wing-back one here, just to sort of like back up what I'm saying. So we have a look at that. I've already got wing-back selected here. So we've got James Bree and Callum Britton are the two players we're looking at here. So dribbles per match, Callum Britton's higher, which is really interesting. He's significantly higher. That's very, very interesting. Heading percentage about the same, slightly higher for James Bree. Tackles per game, James Bree is actually a lot higher, but he also loses a lot more of his battles and then has committed slightly less fouls. Is that per game though? That's total. We change that to per game for Cam. Passing and shooting. So on the basis of that, there's no doubt Callum Britton has to go back in. The unfortunate thing is he is unhappy. There's a lack of depth at centre-back, great. So he's not going to play his best football for us. So that's an easy change. So statistically for us, that's where we are going to be using our Moneyball system. Why is the morale plummeted? We're expected to be fighting relegation. We've been like top the whole season. We've had just 2 defeats and it's plummeted. That's bollocks, that is. I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with the fact it's done that, because we're probably going to drop points now because of the morale. Callum Styles, I think, is really bang average. He doesn't seem to do anything in matches. I don't know whether he's like not really a playmaker type. I'm guessing he's not. But I've not played anybody else in there yet. But I want to start moving it because Jan Dander's come on looked pretty good. I don't know what it says statistically, because he's only come on off the bench 3 times. Like, he's not actually started a single game yet. It's pretty harsh to be judging him. Let's have a look at what do we bring him in for. So dribbles per game, where's that? Dribbles per game. Jan Dander's come off the bench. I mean, he's off the bench and he's still up there with the... He's not far off the other players. So I think he deserves a few starts. So I want to see how his stats look in relation to everybody else when he's not actually had to come off the bench every time. So we're going to give him a start. If we're looking at this, it's probably Callum Styles that has to come out. And then we play, I don't know, Rommel Palmer. Can he just go into the middle? We could try that for a game and see how that works. The strikers I'm so happy with. Everything else looks pretty much fine. But so that's where we're at. And league table wise, we're actually in a really close race here. Like, if we win our game in hand here, we go level on points with the teams that are top. So it's not like doom and gloom. But our morale is a bit low. We're not scoring enough goals. We've got to be better defensively. We conceded from a bullshit corner early on in that game. That fucked us. So we need to make sure that we're very good on set pieces, because defensively in particular, because if we're not, that's the kind of thing where if we concede first from a set piece, we're in trouble. So let's just put you onto, I don't know, go back maybe, and then you can go onto the edge. I have found that this works better defending corners when you've got every single player back. So we'll go with that. And let's get into the game then against Nottingham Forest. How are you all doing anyway? Hope you're all well. Hope you're enjoying this series. I love this series. I absolutely love this series. I'm a bit annoyed after the last game, not going to lie to you, but I do love the series. We've got a load more scouts than that coming in, or have just actually come in since the last episode, which is good. We've also got a few scout reports back on some players. It'll be interesting to look at. We have got the money to buy them now, I suppose. We agreed to sell our backup goalkeeper for like 600, 700 grand all up front, and we've got all of it in our transfer budget back in, which is good. And his wages have been made available, obviously, with that as well. Here we go then. First highlight of the game. Keane gets into it. It's a nice little slower match here. Going to put the tempo down by a notch to make sure we're seeing things correctly here. Kitchen plays into Jan Dander, our new player in the left centre for the attack role. He gets this Remy Vita, shoots corner, and it's going to be a goal. I don't think it's going to be offside. And we saw Jan Dander, a good little introduction there, making a more aggressive run in behind and makes it 1-0 to Barnsley with his movement. He didn't score or get the assist. And that's why we have to be careful that with stats. Jan Dander plays it back here, so he isn't going to get anything for that. I don't think it has a key pass, but we'll take that 1-0. Half-time is 1-0. We're just going to say things are going well, but now you're capable of even better. Williams has got a knock. I don't really want to take him off, to be honest. I don't trust anybody else. But if James Bree's come into the club and our previous right wing back is better going forwards than him, then we obviously need a right wing back still as well, because that's not good enough. Oh, they're through. Davis is in. They should have scored there. Yeah, there's definitely a problem, I think, with the middle centre back and left centre back. I mean, we're going to have to make the change here because he's injured. He's got to win that. The one thing we're good at is in the air. Probably I've got it back now. Keenan to James Bree, who's just come off the bench. On the right hand side, what's he going to do with it? Maybe he should be the one that goes into centre back. Kenya. Do you know what? Like, this might be their attack, by the way. What is he? He's 6 foot. What's coach report like? He can play centre back anyway. Okay, well, let's do that instead then. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe I'll take Callum Breen off of learning playing centre back if James Bree can do the job. And they might get a goal here though. Oh shit, they're in. Vita off and put on Odor as the left wing back. Time wasting goes up. And then we're going to make sure we have our ball playing defenders left and right, with a central defender defending the middle, and hopefully that should see us up for the rest of the game. There we have it, 1-0 to Barnsley. Great result for the boys. Nice victory, well done. Yeah, I'm just going to take Callum Brent off of learning to be a centre-back, so if he doesn't need to do it, then we'll just leave him off. That was slightly better. I still don't think the strikers are perfect. I mean, the service we're getting to them isn't the exact ideal kind of service, but like Romo Palmer had no goals, no assists from central midfield from either side. He was playing mainly as the box-to-boxer. I called him Danny a second ago, but I think Domingos Quina is actually a good number 10. He's slightly better defensively than Jan Dander, so if we can play them both, they can play that way around. And yeah, we look better defensively on set pieces. Okay, that's going to do it. I'll see you in a second then for the Millwall game. So Callum Stars wants a new contract. Now, he's not even playing good enough to stay in the team, in my opinion. Now, I might just sell him and take the money, because I'm not that happy with him. So I think we're better off just taking the money and let him go. But he's going to be unhappy, which is the only problem. So I don't know if we just decline it, offer him out to clubs, and see what kind of offer we can get for him. Okay, same team for this game then. Did pretty well last game, and we'll see how things go. Assistant manager says, the media comments, and we are underway. Millwall incidentally playing a 3 at the back system. I will look at you after this game how we've done against certain formations, because the games that we dropped points in, it'd be interesting to see. There was the first game we lost, and the game before that we actually won, were the games where I noticed my centre-backs were looking like they were getting dragged all over the place. So if they were both against the same formation, it could be interesting to see whether we've got a slight issue against a particular system. While that was not an entertaining first half with Barnsley Millwall, we can win this. If you keep working hard, we'll say to the boys. I'm going to take off Jan Dan and throw on Odor on the left side of the midfield 3. Morris off, Devante Cole on. I'm going to put the pressing settings up a little bit. Still drawing, I'm going to have to go for the game here. Every time I've done this so far, we've gone on to either lose by more, or we've been drawing and then lost. So let's see how this goes. I like for Millwall, they're into the back post, headed, and it's going to go in. I don't believe this. Every time I go to this fucking tactic, we lose. On the last minute, it's whipped in, headed away. Odor's going to get to it. He's going to play it across to Kitching, Palmer, Cornick, Burkhart. Somebody please get a shot away. This is frustrating because I think we only made a few transfers, and one of the positions we signed was right wing back, and I think that's part of the major issue right now with this team is right wing back. So, like, Britain's still better than James Bree, but they're both bad, you know? So, shit, I mean, I'm going to have to do a team talk to the team because we're so out of form. We got back-to-back away games, followed by a tough home game, then another away game. That's just not great. Because of the way this save is set up and it's like a Moneyball series, I don't know how much you want to see like during the season. I think for the next episode for now, because it's quite close and tight, and we're still deciding who the better players are for this transfer, like I guess we're looking at it as the first half of the season. I think we'll come back for Bristol City and Derby. It's an away game after the tough run, and then a home game against Derby, who, well, they're bottom because of the points deduction, but they'll still be a tough team. And we'll see where we're at after that. Then we might skip a load of these and come back for like a transfer sort of one midway through December. I think that's what we're looking at. We'll come back Bristol City and Derby. So just looking at the pass map from the last game we just played, what's interesting is Callum Britton is higher than Remy Vita, which is the wrong way around, really. and the left centre-back is then higher than the right centre-back. I mean, the central order attack is that side. I suppose he's slightly higher, is he? In Yandanda, and then... But Keane is higher there. That doesn't make any sense to me, the way the tactics set up. Interesting. Maybe it's just player profile. Let's make it happen, but... There we are. Yeah, I won't deep dive too much into the other tactics and stats right now. We'll let this sort of like play out over the next few games, get these tough sides, and we'll see where we're at afterwards. But we need to score more. We're not good enough going forward, so that's going to have to change. But that's going to do the episode. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series still. I'm still really enjoying it. We're sort of getting there with some of the players we're using and finding out some useful stats and players to use. And it could be that Matthew Platt makes his introduction because he's got the right stats for us, and he's only played one game and got an assist. So, you know... I don't know. That's actually an option. If we do badly again defensively, I'm going to throw him into the team because why not? Like that's exactly what this save is designed for, is somebody who's got good stats to play in their position. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.